Hello YouTube. So we're here for another video. We're gonna go over insurance on my Ninja 400. How much I pay. I've actually gone through. I'm on my third company right now with this bike. So we're gonna go over insurance. We're gonna go for a ride. We're gonna go home and just talk about numbers. I guess to start off, 2021 Ninja 400 with ABS, and I did complete the MSF course. I'm a mid 20 years old male, because all this matters. Mid 20-year-old male, college graduate, and the first two companies I had it bundled with my cars. Third one doesn't. So when I first got my Rebel 300, brand new off the dealer lot, that bike, they were charging me $25 a month for it, which I didn't think was too bad. You talk to all these older guys and they'll be like, "Oh, I only paid $25 for 6 months." And it's like, okay, good for you. I'm still in my 20s, my man. That's class. So there's that. So they were charging me $25 for full coverage, same as my car policies, which was I carry the 100,000, 250,000. I carry the 100,000 per person, 250,000 per accident, and 100,000 property coverage. And that's a big thing. I've seen people only carry $25,000 property coverage, but like, what if you smash into like 3 cars? What if you rear-end one car and you bump them into the next 2 cars? You got to be careful. You go smoke a Tesla and or a Rivian, you're $100,000 deep. You go off the road and hit a pole, God knows how much. So I carry a decent policy, and I was paying $25 a month. And I also live in a warm state where, a cold state, sorry, where, ooh, thought he was gonna hit him. I also live in a cold state where half the year I don't ride anyway. So that was also a factor. So half the year I was paying $25, and that was with Allstate. No, wait. Statefarm. That was with Statefarm. Yeah, that was with Statefarm. Sorry, guys. $25 a month, and then I had that bike for about a year, and then I got the Ninja, right? I got the Ninja and called them to insure it, and they're like, "Okay, now your insurance is $55 a month." And I was like, "What?" They're like, "Yeah, it's a sport bike, blah blah blah." So basically my insurance doubled. A little over doubled. I was like, whatever, you know. Then I ended up getting, they raised my rates. I don't know why, honestly. They lowered them by like 50 cents when I turned 25, and then they raised them. So I switched out of State Farm and I went to Progressive, who's supposed to be the #1 motorcycle insurance company. Somehow they quoted me $155. $155, yes, $155 a month for this bike. When I asked them why, they couldn't explain why. They just gave me very vague runarounds. They gave me a very vague runaround to why they were charging me that much. So I was like, you know what? No. Oh, and at the time, Progressive didn't have like a storage option like State Farm did, where I could just park my bike in the parking garage, and they would lower the coverage just in case like somebody stole it or the garage caught on fire. They wouldn't do that. So I was like, oh, I also have a lien on the bike, but Progressive was like, State Farm was like, we don't care that you have a loan or whatever on the bike. State Farm was like, we don't care. Progressive's like, yeah, you go fuck yourself. In nice words. So I was like, okay, whatever. So then I lowered it to the lowest they could allow me to lower it, which was $65 a month. So remember, I went from 55 with State Farm to 155 a month with Progressive, and they could not tell me why. And then the car rate stayed the same. That was the weird thing. When I took over all my cars to them in my apartment, my renters, whatever, it was all the same. So they couldn't tell me why they raised it, and I was like, okay, screw you guys. But at the time, it was like winter. I was kind of busy. I didn't want to start shopping around, so I was like, okay, I'll just whatever, just insure me. So they insured me. Then when summer came around, I started looking at a new company, and I discovered this company called Voom. Yami Noob advertised it. It's like a pay per mile kind of thing, where like you pay based on how many miles you ride. Long story short, because I signed up with them, what you do is you take a photo of your odometer on day one, and then every month in the app they ask you to take a photo of your odometer. You prepay for 325 miles, and then you get pay as you ride. So for me, somebody that only rides here and there to the gym, I don't take it to work because I work third shift and I'm not driving it I'm not riding at night, and I don't want to kill deer. It works out fine. And they have 3 tiers for their policy: the low, medium, and high. And you can also adjust based on which policy you pick. You can also add your little add-ons. So I got their medium policy, which is still the 250,000. I have $25,000 medical coverage, which is higher than I used to have. I used to have 10,000. Tow coverage. Oh, and all of them had tow coverage and roadside assistance and stuff. So I got all that, and they were like, okay, well, for 325 miles, it's $26 a month, which is not bad at all. To drop that much, I was like, oh, that's it? She's like, yeah, that's it. And then like 1 month, I only rode like 200 miles. So then they only charged me like $16. So I was like, oh, sweet. So yeah, now I'm with Voom. I pay like between $25 and $32 a month on the high end. The only issue I've had with them is twofolds. While their customer service isn't bad, it's kind of sus. Like when I call State Farm or Progressive, yeah, they might put me on a hold, but I know I'm always gonna get through to them. When I called Voom, once in a while it just says his phone number doesn't work or something like that. And then another time when I was calling the guy I was talking to him, I'm like, hey, the app's not working, it won't let me update my odometer. He's like, photo of your odometer. I'm like, okay, what number? He's like, oh, the number you're calling from. So it was like almost like a cell phone or something. I don't really know. It's kind of weird to go and like text like a phone number, but I don't know. But otherwise, I've never had an issue with them other than the customer service being a little weird, but they're fine. They're super nice, super cordial. They've taken care of every problem I have. 1 month, I completely disregarded all the emails they sent to update my odometer. So if you don't reply to the emails to update your odometer, basically what they charge you is the basically what they charge you is the flat rate. Also, if you see me shifting a little weird, it's because I just left the gym and my wrist kind of hurts a little bit, so I'm kind of just a little wonky. But yeah, they'll charge you the flat rate of 325 miles, so they charged me $31. Still not bad. And the guy said that they'll adjust it based on like when I resend them my odometer, and they'll see that in the last 2 months I didn't really ride it, they'll readjust. So that's fine, that's all okay. So yeah, now I went from 55 with State Farm, 155 with Progressive, who, remember, is the #1 motorcycle insurer, and my car rates were the same. So it's not like they were like, oh, you have a bad driving record, so we're gonna jack up all your rates. No, my car rates are the same, only my motorcycle is expensive, and I never had a claim or a speeding ticket or anything on my motorcycle. I've done the MSF course. I have ABS on my bike, so I don't know why they wanted 155. They couldn't tell me why, but whatever. So that was it. And then yeah, and now I pay between $20 and $31. So I'm pretty happy with that, honestly. I'm pretty happy with Voom stuff. I've had them out for about 4 months. I've had no issues. And like I said, in the winter, when the winter comes, the bike just goes in storage. So I just pay the flat rate of $9. And I still have the same full coverage, right? But I just pay a flat rate of $9. And the bike's covered for like anything happening to it, which is pretty cool. That's a dead animal. Yeah, that's what I've been paying. Again, everyone's gonna be a little bit different. My driving record is clean. The last speeding ticket I got was I've gotten a couple speeding tickets in the last couple of years. The last one I was actually convicted of, oh god, I sound like a felon, was 4 years ago. So like it never even rose my rates or anything, which is nice. I don't know if they never noticed or what, but nobody ever jacked up my rates, and that was a decent speeding ticket. I was going 20 over. The rest of the speeding tickets I've gotten, I've hired an attorney, and she's made them go away and turned them into completely dismissed or non-moving violations. So that was nice. Also, I know a lot of guys comment my videos saying, "Oh, you're not wearing like the protective gear." I understand. You know what? I get it. I'm an adult. I don't need you guys like. I get everyone says, "Oh, you gotta wear gear," and everyone like cares about everybody and stuff. And that's all cool. Respect that. But like, I get people like aggressively saying you're a fucking dumbass for not wearing gear, blah blah blah. And maybe I am, but I don't need you commenting that on my videos. We all have our own life choices. These are my life choices. You know, I don't go on your videos I don't walk up to somebody that doesn't wear a helmet that's riding a Harley, or not wearing gloves that's riding a Harley, and say that. You know, go take those comments and say them to a big bad guy that's riding a Harley, and he'll knock your teeth out. Go call a Harley rider a dumbass in front of his girl and see what happens. I don't know why everyone picks on the little sport bike bros. But yeah, I had a guy, like, I was like being sarcastic about the speed limit, saying, wow, everyone's going slow on the highway. I was going faster than everybody, I was speeding, yes. And he's like, oh, well, you're fucking speeding, that's why. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Whee! I'm gonna go install M Sport muffler, or M Sport pedals, sorry, on my bike. I'm on my BMW. First gear, cut it.